Welcome to another edition of Dad's Divorce Live. I'm Matt Allen, editor of DadsDivorce.com. Today I'm joined in studio by Maura Cunningham, an attorney with Cordell & Cordell, and we'll be talking about initial consultations and what type of questions you should be asking a potential attorney and what you might have to be prepared to answer yourself. So Maura, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Matt. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, first off, how do you make potential clients, feel at ease and sort of reassure them when they come into your office? Because I'm guessing most of them are pretty anxious about it.
That's correct. They are, and often there's a lot that they don't know. So I try to be a very compassionate and patient listener while also balancing that with giving them a lot of information about the law.
Yeah.
There's so much they don't know, and that makes them comfortable leaving with a lot of information, calms a lot of their fears, and also reassuring them that everything they say is 100% confidential, so that they feel like they're in a safe place and can talk as much as they feel the need at that point.
Yeah, well, that's key because you want people to, trust in you and confide in you.
Certainly. So
when they first come to the consultation, what questions should they be prepared to ask you? What should they be looking to find out in their attorney?
As it relates to their attorney or to their case?
Well, I guess both.
Both.
Do you want to know about characteristics of the attorney, and then also how about, how the attorney could handle your type of case?
I think it's important that they ask about both. So in terms of their attorney, maybe they want to know how familiar they are with the particular county that their case is in, with the judges that are in that county, or with opposing counsel. And then also, have they ever seen these types of issues, if there's specific issues that are unique to their case? Have they ever dealt with, has that particular attorney ever dealt with those particular issues? And then also, they want to know a lot about the law and how it's going to affect the issues in their case. So.
Yeah. Well, what questions would you want to ask a potential client? What should they be prepared to know?
They should be prepared to tell me about as much as they're comfortable with in terms of the history of their marriage and the cause of the separation. And then what I really need to know to kind of roadmap their case for them is their goals. Ultimately, that will shape the length of their case, that will shape the aspects of their case. So I need to know, for example, from the start, what do they want to do with the marital home?
Yeah.
Because that'll shape a lot of their case. And it's good to have these goals outlined from the beginning. So as much as they know in terms of their long-term goals for the case.
Well, I guess you mentioned how comfortable they feel telling you, I guess, as many details as possible. I'm assuming the more details they tell you, the better?
Certainly. The more that they tell, definitely the better. And oftentimes we understand that in an initial consult, it might take, more might come out as the case goes on, but they should know that the more that they divulge to their attorney, the better we can lay out their expectations for the case and tell them whether they have a good case or just a case, and that way they kind of know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
So certainly full disclosure is encouraged.
Yeah. Well, finally, most people don't want their cases to linger on. I think most people would want them to be settled as quickly as possible. So what could cause delays in someone's case, and what remedies are available to sort of expedite their case?
Well, certainly we work as quickly as possible to get the cases to the finish. However, it varies by state law first, and then by county, how long filing requirements and waiting periods are.
Yeah.
That certainly varies by state law. So, for example, in Pennsylvania, if it's a consensual divorce, there's a 90-day waiting period, which I know is different from Missouri and everything. So that can cause delay. And then also, if the case is not going to be amicable, how much does the other side want to fight? Because that will certainly dictate how long the case will go on.
Yeah.
It could be a very long fight, depending on what they're fighting over and how hard the other party wants to fight.
Great. Well, thanks for taking time out answering these questions. I appreciate it.
No problem, Matt. Thank you.
That'll do it for this edition of Dad's Divorce Live. That was Maura Cunningham, an attorney with Cordell & Cordell, and I'm Matt Allen, editor of DadsDivorce.com.